intent here today is to inform, ask a lot of questions. I personally am not at all looking to go to a vote today on this contract. We will vet the contract completely. There's members that have numerous questions on what's in the contract. So with that, I'd like to call up Commissioner Showalter.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
Yes. Representative Lillie.
Mr. Chair, I was just wondering, historically, having served on this committee for quite a few years now, it's pretty normal for this committee to vote on this, actually, and to pass these and to serve. I mean, that's kind of our function when we're not in session, is to ratify these contracts and to, pass them into law until we go back into session. And so if you're not going to proceed like we have, I've only been here 8 years, but maybe before that they did something different. But during the last 8 years, that's kind of what we've done. So you have a different strategy or a different game plan?
Correct, Representative Lillie. As I said, my intent is to let all committee members ask questions of different items in the contract. I think that's very important. For a year and a half, it's been my contention that the citizens of the state have been in the dark on the negotiations, even though we had the administration negotiating the contracts, and we have asked numerous times. Matter of fact, a letter was sent, which you'll find in your packet, back in February or January 23rd, stating Representative Draskowski and I's concerns on the contracts. And so I've never been one just to rubber stamp something that comes before committee. They've had a year. The negotiations have been going on for a year and a half, the longest in state history. We have 30 days, this committee. We have until September 7th, and I believe we're going to take the time that we need to make the right decision. Because I don't think anybody here right now feels that they could make an up or down vote until they get their questions answered. And I think that's a prudent thing to do as we move forward.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Representative.
Certainly I'm willing to sit here all day and to discuss it and to figure out and get the questions answered, but it just, I question that you're using this committee as a different sort of tool than it's been historically used. And, certainly you're chair and you're entitled to do, what you want. You've got the votes 6-4. You can, move as you like to move, and I respect that. I understand elections have consequences. But, so what would be your game plan then? Not to finish today and to just drag it out to 30 days, or just to, do you want this to come up in special session to have the legislators actually pass it, or do you want to have it go to next year? I know you'd think you'd want to do it now because you could have a party in this, and next year I don't think you'll be in office here. So I just want to give you a chance to have a play.
Well, you're very astute that I didn't run for the Senate again. But my intent, as I've said all along, the citizens of this state, all of them who have interest, will know what's in the contract. And what I would like to do is get through all those questions today. And then we're going to take a break, because each and every one of us will be going back into our districts. And by then, the citizens will know what is in the contract. And I would like to hear from them once they hear what's in the contract. And then we'll come back and convene again, and we should be at that time ready to take an up or down vote.
Having 10 days to review a contract that's been negotiated like this and understanding totally the financial implications of it is certainly time enough for us to make a decision based on what we do at the legislature all the time. About 13 months ago, when we were coming out of a government shutdown and we had closed-door negotiations between senators and representatives and the governor, and when we had a special session called, we had no time to pass an entire state budget. And so having 10 days, to have 10 days or a couple of weeks to review a contract that's been fully negotiated, that frankly its financial implications are pretty straightforward, really isn't too much time for us. So I'm not sure I believe that it's necessary to delay this further.